This cartoon pretty much sums up drag queen story time, I think. This week's story comes from The Australian, and the headline is "Council Stormed Over Kids' Drag Event." Drag queen Sam Thompson says there is nothing sexual about her reading to children, following a scuffle when protesters stormed a Melbourne council meeting and hurled slurs such as pedophiles and groomers at councillors on Wednesday night. More than 170 protesters disrupted the Monash City Council meeting, shouting "Shame on you" and "Hands off our kids" over a drag storytime event at Oakley Library that Thompson will host in May. Drag queens are men dressed as women, so why is this man being referred to as a her? Yeah, it's a good question. Nothing about my reading a book to children is subversive or overtly sexual. So is it just sexual then? Another good question. Chief Executive Andy Diamond said the council was committed to delivering the event to support the LGBTQIA+ community. We understand that this is not for everyone and have scheduled it outside our regular library programs so that parents who bring their children have made a deliberate choice to attend. So in other words, you know that it's wrong. You know that if it was just happening on an ordinary day within business hours at a library, people would complain. And when you say it's not for everyone, who is it for? I did not anticipate death threats, revolting slurs being hurled my way, or for my safety to be at risk, the drag queen said. I cannot feel sorry for someone who is failing to convince me that what they're doing is not sexual. What you're doing is nothing if not sexual if you are dressing up as the opposite sex to what you are. Don't believe the truth, believe a lie instead. And drag queen story time is a lie. It is not about reading books to children. It is about erasing their boundaries. And the most sinister part is that it's actually the parents who are being groomed into allowing their children to be exposed to this kind of inappropriate activity.
The West Australian government talks about babies having a sexuality in their government literature. All these people here behind you are shouting that women have penises. Guys, women don't have penises. No man has a vagina. Non-binary is absolute nonsense. And transitioning children is pathetic.